Hey everyone, it is Tuesday and I have headed off to do my monthly shop that I do in Brisbane. I'm staying at my mother's for tonight, so I made it to Brisbane this afternoon and I went to Coles, which has a lot of empty shelves and I couldn't get a lot of stuff. I've got a whole bunch of photos that I'll share. I'm a lot more comfortable with my camera, but I still don't know how comfortable I am with carrying the camera around in a shop because it's quite a bulky, obvious sort of a camera. I might try and get some phone footage maybe, or I don't know, but I'm planning on bringing the camera in with me to Costco to show you guys that. But for the smaller stuff we might just leave it for this trip and see how I go. But I've got a whole bunch of photos that I'm going to put up on the screen of big empty shelves. So the case load today is over 20,000 cases in Queensland, which is the highest it's ever been for us here. So I've got multiple masks and I change it at every stop and things like that, and just trying not to go anywhere unnecessary, just to places that I need, and hopefully I can get enough to get us through. Now we obviously have a bit of a stockpile at home. We don't necessarily need everything, but I like to get fresh stuff to replace the stuff that we're using if possible. So I still would like to get as much as possible of our normal shop, but it's not looking promising, so we'll see how we go. So been to Coles, I just went to Kmart and bought some birthday presents because Kavik is 6 on the 16th and Sonnet is 9 in the beginning of February. So both of their birthdays fall before I go on my next monthly shop. So I bought them a couple of things. I'll pull them out and give you a look. Panda related and llama related because that's their things. So yes, grabbed those. I might not show them to you actually, might wait for their birthday, because if I show them to you and then I'm editing videos and they're watching, they might see. So that's probably not a good idea. But anyway, I'm heading into Aldi and we'll see what we can get there. Made it to Mum's. Hot, sweaty, disgusting, but you know, got here. So Aldi wasn't too bad. Not a lot of meat at all, and a lot of dry goods were out as well, like a lot of canned and pastas and things like that. I got most of what I needed, but not in the quantities I would normally buy, so I may go to a different Aldi close to Mum's as well and see if I can pick up some more rice milk and things like that. We'll see. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as Coles anyway. I've still got to hit Woolworths, and Woolworths is near that other Aldi, so I'll probably hit them both. But I just dropped into Mum's to drop cold stuff into her fridge and to sit and have a drink. She should be home soon, so I'll probably wait till she gets home and we'll probably go out and do that together. Those last couple of places, it's always easier to do it with seconds at hand. And then tomorrow is the butcher, fruit and veg, and Costco, so that will be interesting as well. I've heard that Costco has no toilet paper, no chicken, and mince is 1 per trolley, so I don't know. It's supposed to get worse before it gets better, so I'm a bit concerned that I won't be able to shop next month at all. So it's kind of important for me to get a fair bit this month because I may not be able to get anything next month. So we'll see, but I'll bring you along and I'll try and remember to pull the camera out at Costco. I completely forgot to pull it out when I was in the car park with the Aldi trolley. It's just so much work getting it into the back of the ute that I tend to just walk out with the trolley and just want to get it done. So I will try and remember to pull the camera out more often, but when I get home anyway, we'll go through everything that I bought and what I could get and what I couldn't get. And I've been taking some photos on my phone inside the shops that I'll share as well. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, I'll come back to you when I've got more to share. Okay, so day 2, I'm back in the car. I'm underneath the second Aldi that I'm going to, and then I'm going to drop into a Woolworths to grab a couple of things if I can. I'd like some more rice milk from this Aldi if possible, and some noodles that I couldn't get at the other one. So we will see if I can get them. and then I'm going to head to the butcher and the fruit and veg shop. So I'll show you what I managed to get there. Hopefully they're pretty well stocked, you know, being a individually owned, smaller sort of an environment, rather than relying on huge distribution centres and stuff, which is what they're saying the food shortages are from distribution issues rather than shortages. So hopefully everything will self-regulate eventually again. I just don't know how long it's going to take for that, and for us being off-grid and only shopping monthly, it's a little bit more of a concern than someone who can duck down to the shops whenever they want. So anyway, I'm going to head up to Aldi, see if I can get some more rice milk, head over to Woolworths and grab a few things, and then we're starting on the way back. So the butcher and the fruit and veg shop are on the way back. I go to them and then I drop into Costco, which is all in the same direction, and then from Costco is already on the way back home. So from there I stop and get fuel somewhere and go straight home. So Darryl's trying to clear off some benches and stuff for me so that to make it easier to lay the groceries out to show everyone, but we'll see how that goes with he's wrangling the 6 kids on his own, so it's always a little bit of a challenge when mum's not home. So I'm going to hope that we get something. He's got to clean the fridges out too, so there's enough room to put everything. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes and I'll bring you along for it. Alrighty, heading back in. Got masks. These are Paper Wings masks, and I highly recommend them. They're very comfortable. I have 4 or 5 of them so that I can rotate them between different places, put them in Ziploc bags when they're dirty and that sort of thing. So yeah, alrighty, hit the butcher and the fruit and veg shop, which was good. I got quite a few things there that are great. So they had whole chickens in abundance, just the small ones, and the fruit and veg shop had some really cheap strawberries and some cheap plums. They're all on their way out, so they're going to be processed pretty quickly, but that's fine. I expect that on grocery week I end up with a week or more of non-stop processing from that point, so that's fine. I made it to Costco, so I'm about to go inside. I'm going to take the mic off the camera and take the camera in and see if I can get some footage that's a little less conspicuous than with the mic on, and give you a look at what's going on in the Australian Costco at the moment. Going to have to head to the bathroom and get something to eat as well. I'm not sure what time it is. What time are we at? 11:30. So I've done Aldi, Coles, fruit and veg, and butcher by 11:30. Costco should take me an hour, hour and a half, and then I've got about 2.5 hours to drive home. So anyway, I'll take you along inside Costco, and I'll see you when I'm finished. Alrighty, I made it home. I've got it all unpacked and laid out, so let's have a look at what we got. Now again, everything is mixed up between all the different stores because it's too hard for me to separate it while packing it into eskies and things like that and then unpacking it. But prices were requested, so what I'm going to aim to do is put pricing up on the screen after I've recorded it when I'm editing it to show you what the items cost as much as I can anyway. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, so this is most of it here. Let's start on this end. We've got 2 packs of the, let's get this in focus, 2 packs of the 3 tortillas from Costco. These are good as a backup when I haven't made dough for flatbreads. I bought them a bag of corn chips just because they were corn chips. I got 3 kilos of raw sugar, add to my tub for my preserving and stuff, a box of cornflakes, 4 boxes of Wheat Bix and 2 boxes of rice bubbles. I got 3 packs of the 6 coconut milk that we use for our coffees, and a big tub of coconut oil, just the Kirkland brand. We had some bakery hot dog buns because the night of shopping I always do hot dogs for dinner because it's nice and simple and the kids really like it. So that's for dinner tonight. I've got a tub of gravy powder, which is always handy to have on hand, some instant coffee and some sea salt flakes for the everything bagel seasoning, a tub of peanut butter. We've still got 3 I think at the moment, so that's the 4th one. I've got 2 little jars of pesto to bring me up till my basil is coming up more. I've got 2, it's not going to come into focus of course, 2 little jars of anchovy fillets for Darryl for his pizzas and stuff, some bacon seasoning, which I really need to figure out how to make myself. There's a jar of pickles as was requested by Apollo. We've got, which I could make, except that we don't grow cucumbers at the moment because it's too hot. Some hemp seeds were on sale, some milk powder, another 6 full cream dairy milk UHT. They didn't have the Kirkland brand maple syrup, so I got this Absolute Organic. It was I think $2.27 per 100, and the Kirkland I think is only $1.70 per 100, so it was a little bit more expensive, but I didn't want to walk away without any. I got another 2 bottles of ghee. I think there's still 2 on the shelf, and I just got 1 barbecue, 1 tomato sauce because I am out of homemade stuff. I'm going to make some in the next week, so this will just tide us over till then. I got some sprinkles because there's 2 birthdays in the next fortnight, some small tins of pineapple for pizzas, a tin of passion fruit pop because I want to make a hummingbird cake, and some cream tarte Play-Doh, 4 of the blueberry jam from Aldi that they really like, that I also really like the jars for drinking out of, repurposed as drinking glasses or for mayo jars, 4 of the squeeze honeys. Then I got 4 kilos of coffee all up. I think I've got 1 kilo left, and we go through about 2 in a month, but I may not go shopping next month, so I wanted to have a bit of excess. There's 2 of the 3 litre Kirkland olive oils, and then I got 18 passatas. I don't generally turn our homegrown tomatoes into passata. It's just too much work with too much waste that I would prefer to use them for something else, so I buy it, and this is the base for my tomato sauces and barbecue sauces. I've got 12 of the Aldi coconut cream, 12 of the corn, and then 12 cherry tomatoes and 12 diced tomatoes, and these are just basically to go on the shelf for any sort of cooking that needs tomatoes. I prefer to eat our homegrown tomatoes fresh than in sauces if that's what it's going to be, so that's what I'll do. I've got 12 packs of rice cakes because they were completely out of rice cakes. The kids had eaten them all. And I've got 16 of the plain rice crackers. They've still got some seaweed rice crackers in the pantry. Now, the other thing I got was rice milk, which is over there, and I think I ended up with, I want to say 30 odd of rice milk, so hopefully that'll last us a couple of months if it needs to. We got toilet paper, a big bag of toilet paper, and then a few other bits and pieces here. Some Ziploc bags. I got these from Coles before. When I got to Costco, they had the big boxes back. I try not to use these too much, but with all the extra meat and stuff that I've got this month, I wanted something just in case I needed it for freezing. Got some screwdrivers, some toothbrushes that were on special, foil, nappy pants, 2 lots of those, whatever was on special and hopes to last us, and some nappy sacks, some gardening gloves from Costco. These are only $15 for 10 packs. They're a really good value for when you've got children who lose everything. A roll of chucks, some wipes for the boy who still requires them, some paper towel, washing liquid, dish liquid, and some garbage bags. We have to use garbage bags because we don't get rubbish pickup here. We have to put it in the trailer and take it, so it has to be contained in something that we can lift out of the trailer and use. And then I got some eczema cream for Sonnet. I bought some slime because they requested some slime, so I grabbed it, and I got some white vinegar there. Alrighty, over to the meat and stuff. Excuse the flies, as per usual. So I got 2 bags of the 3-berry blend frozen fruit to use for whatever we want to use it, cordial, smoothies, whatever. We've still got some blueberries and some banana in the freezer. I got Darryl his favourite marinated anchovies as requested. We've got 2 lots of ham here. They've still got some in the fridge. I got some cocktail franks because I'm going to make the Chinese hot dog bun type things that the kids really like. Limits on meat, you're only allowed to get 1 pack of minced beef, so I've got 1 pack of minced beef here. I got bacon from a few different places because there just wasn't any, so I think I got 10 kilos all up in the end from 3 different places. I got some corned beef because I'm going to try making some pastrami. Some Hokkien noodles. I normally buy the Aldi brand Singapore noodles, but none of the Aldis that I went to had any, so I got these to try for the kids. And then the butcher had double smoked ham on the bone for $4.99 a kilo, which is a really good price, so I grabbed one of those. I got some lard. This is all they had. They only had 1.3 kilos of it, but I'll render that. And then the rolled pork roasts, they had a limit of 1 per person unless you wanted to buy a carton, and in a carton it has 3. Each month we normally buy 2, so I just grabbed the 3 and we'll figure it out. And then there's skinless franks for hot dogs for dinner tonight. Then I also managed to get some of these small chickens. All the juice on top is actually strawberry juice, so just ignore that. They were 4 for $12, and I got them to put aside some for me, and he said I put 2 boxes aside, which is 24. Is that okay? I went, yep, that's cool. So I ended up with 24 of the whole chickens. They're around about 1 kilo each. I also got some more flour. I got 2 of the 12.5 kilo bakers and 1 of the plain that will go into the tubs. Just realised I missed the cheese. I got myself a pizza cheese and a Parmesan cheese. I still have 1 of each in the freezer. This is just to add to the freezer so I don't run out over the next couple of months. Alright, fruit and veg. Okay, don't buy much veg because we grow a lot of it, so it's fine. I got cucumber, the mini cukes, because too hot for us to grow cucumbers at the moment. I just got some baby broccoli and some cauliflower just for Darryl and I for a couple of meals. Beginning of the month, 2 bags of lettuce because we got tomatoes from the garden and there's nothing better than BLTs. 2 big heads of cabbage. They're not in season at the moment, it's not very well priced, but I need to make some more pickled coleslaw. 3 kilo bags of carrots, and then I got about 6 kilos of peaches and 3 kilos of pears. They were only $1.99 a kilo. I got a box of bananas. I think that's a 15 kilo box. There's half celery here just for stock purposes. I got 2 big boxes of plums. I don't know what weight these are, but they were only $5 a box, and they're really nice and ripe, so what the kids don't eat I will process. And then I got a, by the way, boys, a box of apples. Green apples were what were on special this month, so we went with green. I got a box of cherries really cheap. It was only $15 for the box. The children are gnawing their way through that already. And all these strawberries were on clearance, so I got all these punnets of strawberries for $6. I need to process these pretty much straight away because there's some that have started to go smushy in there, so I'm going to rinse them in some vinegar and sort them this afternoon. I also got a big 20 kilo bag of onions because I need to make some more caramelized onion jam, and a couple of bags of washed red potatoes to use in my canning so that I don't have to use the homegrown potatoes for the canning. We can eat them fresh for the moment. So that was all the fruit and veg for this month. So we cram as much as we can into the fridge initially. Whatever can go in will within the 2 fridges. And whatever doesn't fit gets left out and we will deal with first up. I just held all the strawberries because they were all really squishy, so we ended up with 3 full containers like this of strawberries. I've put some lemon juice over them and I will process them first up tomorrow. Cabbages will need to be done fairly quickly as well, and then we'll have to start, I will cook those chickens in 2 lots, 12 at a time, probably starting tomorrow as well. They only take about an hour and a half to go, so we'll do 2 batches. Got the box of apples still sitting out at the moment, so they'll go in the fridge once there's room. Bananas we don't refrigerate because they go black, and then the peaches and the pears are sitting there as well. So again, whatever doesn't get eaten will go into the fridge once there's room in the fridge to add more to it. So that was a grocery run for, what month are we in? January? So I will see how next month goes as to whether we do a monthly run next month or not, or just we go to Toowoomba, which is only an hour and a half away, to top up some stuff if necessary. But I tried to grab enough of some of the basics that we should manage to get through 2 months if we need to anyway. And we do have plenty of stuff on the shelves and in the freezer as well, so it's just the fresh stuff that becomes the issue. But if I process a lot of this fresh stuff that we got this time, then they'll have that to use. So I will edit this up and put pricing on and stuff as requested as much as I can anyway. I do tend to keep all my receipts, but it's also a really long day, so hopefully I've still got them. So it's, I don't know, 7 p.m. I suppose. Everything's put away. We had the hot dogs for dinner, which is nice and easy. And now I'm going to go and shower and sit down and do nothing for the rest of the evening. Well, probably not. I'll probably upload this video. I'll probably upload all these files onto my computer so I can start sorting them out. But that is the monthly shop done. And now there will be lots of stuff over the next week that will have to be done. So I might just end up taking the camera into the kitchen each day and taking lots of snippets of whatever I'm doing, and then I'll have to collate it all into same stuff eventually to share, because it does end up a little bit all over the place when you're trying to process the stuff that needs to be processed first, and shuffling things in and out of the fridges and stuff like that. But anyway, hope you've all had a great day. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I release new content.